How's it going, everyone? Mega Masters here, and I bring you guys a video that I have not done in a long time. Pokemon reviews. Now, this isn't just any ordinary Pokemon review. No, son! This is a special Pokemon review. And you're wondering why it's so special? Well, it's because an awesome subscriber had wanted me to do a review on Gliscor. So, my friend, you are going to get your wish. And also, I want to point out that Gliscor will be taking the place of Samurott. And the reason I say that is because normally Samurott would be next after Emboar, but the problem is I already done a Samurott video, so there's really no need for me to do another one. So, Gliscor is going to be the replacement. So, with that being said, I would like to go over one of the most annoying and yet most reliable and threatening walls, tanks, whatever the fuck you want to call it there is. I introduce you to the flying scorpion bat from hell, Gliscor. So get a good look at Gliscor. It even looks mischievous. This thing can play so many mind games. This is something that just does not go down easily. It's also a really good Pokemon to make use of Baton Pass. So, let's just take a look at the typing here. Ground and Flying. Ground and Flying is actually a very, very good defensive typing. Sure, you have a weakness to water and 4 times weakness to ice, but that's it. That is it. And there are ways to easily cover those 2 weaknesses. And on the flip side of it all, this thing has an immunity to ground and electric type attacks, and it also resists the likes of fighting, poison, and bug. So that's actually very, very nice. So let's just take a look at the abilities here. So the first ability it gets is known as Hyper Cutter. Now, Hyper Cutter allows for it to be protected from anything that lowers its attack stat, like Intimidate, for example. Not bad. But let's take a look at the next ability. It has Sand Veil. Sand Veil increases your evasiveness by 25% when you're under the effects of a sandstorm. Also not bad. But you want to know something that makes this Pokemon a top-tier OU threat? Is its ability, Poison Heal. What Poison Heal does is if you are under the influence of poison, you actually restore 1/8 of your HP. That means that if you get poisoned, you are protected from being statused by any other means. That means you can't be paralyzed, you can't be put to sleep, you can't be frozen, you can't be burned. This is what makes this one of the most frustrating Pokemon there is to deal with. This thing can hold a Toxic Orb and use Protect, and it's over. The thing cannot be statused. You gotta wear this thing down somehow. What the fuck, dude? But let's just take a look at the stats here. So it has 75 on the HP, 95 on the attack and the speed, 125 on the defense, 45 on the special attack. Pfft, that's shitty. And 75 on the special defense. Not that bad. So clearly when looking at this guy, this thing is meant to be mostly a physical wall. I have seen very, very few Gliscor used as an offensive Pokemon, whereas this Pokemon is meant to shine as a defensive Pokemon. Now, this thing has access to Swords Dance, okay? Has access to Agility, okay? Has access to Baton Pass, okay. Let's take a look at some of the things that it's also got access to. This thing has access to Stab Earthquake, has access to Aerial Ace, has access to Acrobatics, has access to Poison Jab, has access to Stealth Rocks, Taunt, Substitute, Roost, friggin' U-Turn, Knockoff, a Sky Uppercut. This thing is just, it's too powerful. It's too powerful. I can't take it. Oh god, please don't come near me. Please don't come near me. Please. No. Gliscor, come on, buddy. Come on. I'm sure we can work something out. No! No! What the fuck, Gliscor? What did I do to you, man? Look, I get it. You're pissed off that Smogon has nerfed Baton Pass. I get it. It's not my fault. And look, just Smogon is trying to look out for the best interest of the general population of competitive battlers, okay? Smogon is good. Calm down. Just because a nerf baton pass does not make you any less useful or any more useless. Look, just you're still a top tier fucking threat. I get it. But you think that just because they nerf baton pass, I'm going to just shy away from a baton pass set? Fuck to the no. Check this shit out if you are real interested. Look at this. Okay. So, the item for choice for Gliscor is going to be its trustworthy Toxic Orb. And what does Toxic Orb do? It inflicts poison on you after the first turn, which means its ability, Poison Heal, that shit activates. You know what that means. It can't be status, and it's gonna regain its HP. Cho-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo. Let's take a look at the EV spread. So we got 248 on the HP, 8 into defense, and 252 into speed, and we'll go with the Jolly Nature. Now, what this set does is it aims for you to be as fast yet as bulky as possible, because your aim right here is to set up and pass. That right there is your aim. The first move that we got Substitute. And what good is Substitute? Because basically what this does is it protects you in a barrier at the cost of 25% of your health, I might add. It protects you from being statused. So, if you're against a Pokemon that feels the need, oh, well, I'm just gonna burn your dumbass. Nope. Substitute blocks you, which means Toxic Orb activates, therefore Poison Heal activates, which means you can't do anything to outstall this monster. Up next, we got Agility. Now, what Agility does is it boosts your speed by 2 fucking stages. With the Jolly Nature, you're hitting over 600 speed. That's amazing. You want to know something else that's amazing? The fact that it gets Swords Dance. That is the equivalent of using Dragon Dance twice. Agility and Swords Dance. 2 turns, 2 stat boosting moves, which boosts speed and attack, being Swords Dance case, by 2 stages respectfully. And after you're all nice and set up and nice and looking sexy to sweep, well, guess what? You can Baton Pass, and guess what? You want to know something else that's good about Baton Pass? Is because of the fact that it can also Baton Pass Substitute too. So that means if somehow, someway, your Substitute is still intact, and you know what? I don't think it's that hard for it to be intact, because this thing's already naturally bulky as it is. So we don't have full defensive investment. That's fine, bro. That's fine. That's fine. If you're worried about your substitutes breaking a little bit easier, well then guess what? Why don't you sacrifice some speed and put it into defense or something? Because after an agility boost, this thing's going to be fast anyways. Oh man. What you do, you basically set up agility, Swords Dance, substitute, Baton Pass that shit, game fucking over. That's what this Pokemon aims to do. Set up, pass them sexy boosts on to the next Pokemon that has sweeping potential, and they're done. They are done. Now, unfortunately, this is not allowed under Smogon rules because of the ban, or not the ban, sorry, the nerf to Baton Pass. Basically, what this means is that not only one Pokemon is allowed to have Baton Pass, but any Pokemon that has stat boosting moves that combines stat boosting speed with any other stat, that's not allowed. And I mean, you know what? I can kind of understand that. I can see where they're coming from. Don't get mad, bro. Don't get mad. Take a chill pill, man. But you know what though? Like this right here is a set that is for people who play outside of Smogon rules. So there you go, guys. That's really all I gotta say about this set. It's time to move on to another set. Alright, so this next set here is more of the traditional standard set. And basically what this set aims to accomplish is to wall the Mad Dog shit out of your opponent, possibly causing them to rage quit. So the item for choice for Gliscor is going to be, once again, it's Toxic Orb. Why Toxic Orb? Because it activates Poison Heal. And why Poison Heal? Because when you're poisoned, you heal 1/8 of your HP. As for the EV spread, 248 is going to go into its HP, 252 into its defense, and 8 into speed. and will go with an impish nature to further boost your defense and lower your special attack. Now, the first move is really up to you and what you want. You can go for Substitute to make a decoy of yourself to protect you from the likes of status moves and Leech Seed and Trick as well, at the cost of 25% of your health. However, we do have Taunt as a way to shut down Pokemon that rely on setting up entry hazards, that rely on Leech Seed and status moves to stall you out. So it's really up to you and what you're looking for. Up next, we either have Toxic, Knockoff, Fire Fang, or Ice Fang to choose from. Now, what Toxic does is it puts a timer on Pokemon that attempt to set up and sweep your team. What this right here, Sub-Toxic Roost Protect Stall, oh man, that's just brutal. But if that doesn't fit your style, we do have Knockoff. And what Knockoff does is it removes your opponent's held item, with the exception of a Mega Stone, or if a Pokemon, sorry, holy fuck, happens to have the ability Sticky Hold, which means that your opponent is not going to lose their item. Um, and it's also a Dark type move, and this move has base 65 power, and if you remove an opponent's held item, it gets multiplied by 50%, which is pretty nice. So, Knockoff, it also provides great utility check, but if that doesn't suit your fancy, we have Fire Fang. Fire Fang are for Pokemon that would otherwise threaten your team with the likes of Scizor, Mega Scizor, or Ferrothorn. Fire Fang capitalizes on their 4 times weakness to Fire-type moves. But if that doesn't suit your fancy, we got Ice Fang. And why Ice Fang? Because it takes care of the likes of Garchomp, Gliscor, Landorus T, fucking Dragonite, Salamence, all those Pokemon that are 4 times weak to Ice. The next move is really up to you. We have Protect or Roost. Now what Protect does is it guarantees for you to take no damage the first turn, and therefore you can actually activate your Poison Heal and start healing up safely. But if you're not worried about that, then we have Roost, and Roost provides really decent longevity because it heals 50% of your maximum HP every turn. Every turn you use it, I should say. Just imagine if you can only use it once, and it heals 50% of your HP every single turn. You don't even have to use Roost. That thing would be banned to Ubers just like that. um, and Roost goes very well with Taunt because of the fact that Taunt shuts down, like I said, Pokemon that rely on non-attacking moves, such as status moves, such as Leech Seed, such as Entry Hazard Setup. Taunt and Roost go very nice together, but if you don't use that combination, to go with Substitute and Protect, because that way, at least, you can guarantee one way or another to activate your Poison Heal. And last but certainly not the least, we have Stab Earthquake. Stab Earthquake is just, it's a must on Gliscor. This thing hits hard, even without any investment in its base 95 attack. It's still going to do a hell of a lot of damage to the likes of Tyranitar, to the likes of Mega Metagross, to the likes of Heatran especially, to the likes of Magnezone especially. I mean, Earthquake is a fucking badass move. So that's really all I have to say about this set here. Now, the last set I have takes a more offensive approach for Gliscor. So with this set here, takes a more surprising approach to the use of Gliscor because there's a lot of people that don't expect an offensive-oriented Gliscor. They just expect the same old defensive flying scorpion bat from hell, just flying around, taking hits all day, every day. Well, not this time. This time, Gliscor, simply put, sets up and destroys you. So the item for choice for Gliscor is going to be its trustworthy Toxic Orb to allow you to have Poison Heal activate so that you can be a setup sweeper that has really decent recovery in the HP department after every turn. As for the EV spread, 4 is going to go into its HP, 252 into its attack, and 252 into speed, and we'll go with the Jolly Nature to boost your speed up to a very respectable level. So the first move that we have is going to be Swords Dance. Swords Dance is a move that boosts your attack by 2 stages. Now, after one Swords Dance with max attack, you're hitting almost 600 attack. And after one Swords Dance, Poison Heal or sorry, no, Toxic Orb is going to activate, which means that Poison Heal starts up, and you're pretty much good to go, baby. So the next move is really up to you and what you want. We have Fling, which is a dark type move, and what this does is it flings your item at your opponent, and because this is a Toxic Orb, what this does, upon causing damage to the opponent, you also poison them. That is awesome. Talk about a 2-for-1 bonus deal. Wow. But if you don't quite want to go for something that gimmicky, we do have Stone Edge to take care of bird spam, and also take care of the likes of Mega Charizard Y, Volcarona, Talonflame, you name it. That doesn't suit your fancy, we got Knockoff. Now what Knockoff does is, like I said previously, it's a dark type move with base 65 power, and it gets a 50% power increase if you happen to remove an opponent's held item, and could make the difference when it comes to knocking someone out. The next move that we have, it's really up to you and what you want. We have Acrobatics. Now, I highly recommend that you go with Fling and Acrobatics. Do not go with anything else if you're going to be using Acrobatics, because what Acrobatics does, it's a base 55 flying type move. However, the power doubles if you do not have your held item anymore. So, it would go something like this. You set up a Swords Dance, you fling your Toxic Orb, you no longer have your held item, which means that you can pretty much spam Acrobatics. And Acrobatics, factor by stab, factor by the fact that it's base 110 power, factor in the fact that it gets boosted by Swords Dance. Good God, that's disgustingly strong. But if that gimmick doesn't quite suit you, we have Fire Fang. And Fire Fang, along with Stone Edge or Knockoff, provides such awesome coverage. It's unbelievable. And you want to know something else that's unbelievable? Its last move, Earthquake. Earthquake, Swords Dance, Stab, just fucks everything up. Everything. Earthquake, everything. Forget about Brave Bird, everything. Let's go back to the Gen 1 basics. If you had a Pokemon with Earthquake, let's face it, you were as happy as a clam, because I know I was. I just loved spamming Earthquake all over the place. It was fucking awesome. So, you know what? Earthquake everything. Earthquake everything. Earthquake everything! So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this insane video on how to use Gliscor and how dangerous it is in battle. Whether you want it to be a defensive threat or an offensive threat. Or, well, no longer in Smogon's case, a case where you can baton pass stat boosts with the combination of speed and something else in the stat boosting department. Look, I'm not a baton pass user, so it doesn't really affect me that much. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then feel free to drop a like and even share this video to all of your friends, as this greatly helps my content as well as this entire community and the channel. And if you want to see more videos like the one that you just saw, then hit that subscribe button. Let's be friends, bro. I would love to have you on board. Like, it's like I can never have too many friends, and this community can never have too many people. I love all of you equally. Also, be sure to leave me your feedback in the comment section down below about this video. Tell me if you liked it, tell me if you disliked it, tell me if there's something that I missed about Gliscor, and also do not ever be afraid to leave requests in any comment section in any video of mine, and I will do my best to get back to you. And finally, last but not least, be sure to check out the following awesome as fuck groups: Poketown, Cat's Epic Pokemon Cloning Group, Pokemon Central, Pokemon Destination Valley, and finally, Mega Madhouse. So if you guys are a little bit bored of touring through the Pokemon world on the Mega Express, well then feel free to crash at Mega's Madhouse. Just be sure to read the rules of the house first. And I guarantee you, there will be plenty of fun and plenty of stuff to come in the near future for this group. So I hope you guys have yourselves a good one. I shall see you guys next upload.